Today I'll review The Complete Guide to Fasting, Heal Your Body Through Intermittent, Alternate Day, and Extended Fasting by Jason Fung and Jimmy Moore. This is a follow-up to Jason Fung's previous bestseller, The Obesity Code, Unlocking the Secrets of Weight Loss. Why should you care about fasting? Well, Dr. Fung has the answer. He explains that fasting can lead to weight reduction, enhanced mental clarity, low glucose levels, enhanced insulin effectiveness, improved vitality, decreased inflammation, reduced cholesterol, improved heart health, and more. Lots of good stuff with practically zero downside, except maybe an embarrassing rumble in your tummy a day in. But other than that, the book is a great introduction to fasting and addresses many questions someone new to the practice would have. How does fasting impact your health? Who can benefit from fasting? Just about everyone. What are the various types of fasting? What to expect during a fast? Well, you feel kind of hungry, but that's obvious. Plus, it presents compelling and relatable success stories to help fire up your interest. Its high Amazon ranking, 4 and 5-star reviews make up 94%, clearly meaning that people like it a lot. Amazon's comments are filled with true believers. Reading this book was life-changing. Fasting had dramatically improved my deep sleep. A complete guide for the beginner to fasting. My brain fog is clearing, my mental capacity is coming back. You can reverse being a type 2 diabetic. I did. It's all impressive. Some of the small number of 1 and 2-star dissenters argue that the book focuses too much on promoting a keto diet. This is true to some extent, but in my opinion, keto was presented as a suggestion rather than a mandate. For Fung, the optimal diet is defined as one with an emphasis on whole, unprocessed foods, low in refined carbs, high in natural fats, and a moderate amount of protein. Fung has championed the use of fasting and low-carb diet to treat patients who suffer from obesity and diabetes. In his early career, he quickly found that the standard treatments failed. For type 2 diabetes, where insulin was prescribed in ever-increasing dosage as insulin resistance grew, and for obesity, where the simplistic calories in, calories out argument, eat less, exercise more, failed. He spends considerable time showing the flaws in this thinking, which he also covered in great depth in his previous book, The Obesity Code. It absolutely will change your thinking on weight control. In the early 2000s, seriously overweight himself, he started to follow a low-carb diet, an idea that was increasingly gaining traction in the medical literature at the time. Remember the Atkins diet? Anyone? It worked, and he started prescribing it to his patients with great success. To improve patient outcomes further, he began to prescribe fasting and found even greater success with maintaining weight loss and reversing type 2 diabetes. And so started his decade-long push to educate everyone on the benefits of fasting. He goes into the details regarding how fasting can be beneficial for a number of conditions. Fasting for weight loss. The obvious one, long-term dieting is an exercise in futility with a cycle of weight loss and then weight gain, and a 90% or more failure rate. Fung concludes that dietary advice focuses on calorie reduction is the problem because it does not consider the effects of blood glucose, metabolism rate, and insulin resistance on weight gain. His solution, not surprisingly, is fasting, which is both a caloric reduction strategy and is the most effective way to lower insulin levels, which helps to break the insulin resistance cycle and thus leads to weight loss. Fasting to address type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a dietary and lifestyle disease that was historically very rare, but is much more common now. The disease occurs when the body becomes resistant to the insulin that it releases in increasing quantities over years, due to high blood sugar from diet. There is a clear association between type 2 diabetes and obesity, and weight loss often reverses it. Diabetes medicines only control blood sugar and doesn't address the root cause, whereas a low-carb diet and fasting does, without all the downside and cost of medicines. Fasting for a younger, smarter you. By reducing insulin levels, fasting can benefit the brain by increasing mental clarity and enhancing learning and memory. Also, a low body mass index or reduced body fatness is linked with increased blood flow to the brain and helps with attention and more complex thought. Fasting also reduces inflammation and improves the immune function. Longer fasts also promote autophagy, which breaks down damaged cellular components. This has many benefits, among them helping reducing the risk of Alzheimer's disease and cancer. He also covers fasting for heart health. The book goes into considerable depth on the various types of fasting, and you should understand the details before embarking on a fast, especially if longer than 24 hours. The water-only fast is the standard fast. As its name suggests, only water may be taken, and it is the one Fung prefers. Dr. Valto Longo has championed the fasting mimicking diet in his book, The Longevity Diet, where you can see our review. It is a much more complicated protocol. Fung is not a big fan. Intermittent fasting is characterized by regular periods of fasting between periods of normal eating with a healthy diet, obviously. The fast duration can vary from hours to weeks. There's no single protocol that's best for everyone. Fung characterizes a short fast as less than 24 hours, generally used more for weight loss. It can also help reduce insulin resistance. There are a few variations. The 12-by-12 method. Fast for 12 hours each day and eat for 12. Note, this is an ongoing activity every day if possible. It is not do once and forget or every now and then. It's fairly easy to adopt and a good place to start. Stop eating after dinner, say 7 p.m., and don't have breakfast until 7 a.m. Another variation is the 16-by-8 method. Fast for 16 hours every day, eat in the 8-hour window. Or 20-by-4, known as the warrior diet, and I definitely do not suggest starting here. This will not be easy. A long fast is one over 24 hours, generally used by those addressing diabetes or other chronic conditions. There are more risks, especially if you are diabetic or taking medications, and Fung recommends monitoring by a physician. Variations include a 24-hour fast from dinner to dinner or breakfast to breakfast. The 5-by-2 diet, have 5 normal eating days, and on the other 2 days, a reduced caloric diet, less than 500 to 600 calories, or a 36-hour fast. Some of us should not fast. This includes anyone seriously malnourished or underweight, those suffering from anorexia nervosa or other eating disorders, anyone under 18, or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding. In summary, The Complete Guide to Fasting is really an enjoyable and informative book and should be of interest to everyone, regardless of your health situation, because fasting can benefit everyone. Remember, this video is not intended as medical advice. Always consult your doctor before making any dietary changes. See all the links to articles, podcasts, and other sources below, and please subscribe and click the bell to get notified when we post new content. Until next time, consider fasting and improve your odds.